The Group 3 National Stakes for the 2-year-olds. It is a good race too. Morfett Road is the favourite here at $2.10. Now Grego at $9.90. Over to this interesting runner, St Kentigern, to be ridden by Shane Dye and trained by Michael Moroney. This horse is only having its second start and its first start in Australia. It debuted in a maiden in New Zealand and ran second on that occasion. Michael Moroney has brought this horse across to Australia, engaged Shane Dye for the ride, and it's $9.70 for the Kiwi 2-year-old. Absurd for the Hawke stable is $19. Skimmer at $14, Requests at $10. Now the 2-year-old that we talked about, the beautifully bred filly by Euclase out of Triscay, having a first start, and obviously she's done something at the barrier trials because she's pretty firm, $3.80. So there's a bit of mail around obviously for this first starter, and Radio Cairo at $83. But Morfett Road is the favourite at $2.10, and Ron tips it to beat St Kentigern and La Baraka, the only first starter in the race to sneak into the placings. 159 should be a good race. Rod Gallegos here likes Requests. Race 3, number 8, Requests, also from the Hawke stable, the filly, looking for her second win. She's currently $10 at the moment too. That's La Baraka. Now this is the filly we've been talking about with number 9, Saddlecloth, that beautifully bred filly in the leading stable in South Australia, or one of the leading stables in South Australia, and an interesting little 2-year-old affair coming up. And 1,200 metres is the distance. A Group 3 race. The prize money is $40,000 and an $1,100 trophy to go along with that money too. A couple of jockey changes to report at Flemington. Will You Dance was Jason Patton in the previous, race 4, number 7. Now, in race 8, number 3, The Stash is Jason Patton. Race 8, number 3 is Jason Patton. Okay, now they're moving in at Morfettville. The first there was won by Veritable Lad. The previous went to Voodoo Beat, Damien Oliver for Peter Hayes, and Morfett Road will run the favourite in this, just ahead of La Baraka. Here's Ron.
Thank you, Matthew. They're coming up well here. One of the feature races, the National Stakes at Group 3 level. La Baraka, an exciting prospect, beautifully bred by Euclase from the Grand Race Performer Triscay, the daughter of the Grand Sire Masqué. Radio Cairo coming forward. So is Grego. The John Hawke stable represented by Absurd and Requests. Now here's Requests coming forward. They're close to a start. The National Stakes. It's produced some very good horses over the years. The starter's ready for them. Stand by for a start. There's the light. Off in the National. A little slow to begin on the inside. St Kentigern's Skimmer, and also getting away a little tardily was Request, and Grego came out running. And look at La Baraka scoot early, this unraced filly, prior to today, and she zipped along to be a length and a half in front at the 1,000. Second, Grego, 2 lengths away. Morfett Rose, gaining ground on the outside of Request, followed further back by behind those then Absurd, and in fact it's Request and Absurd next, followed back along the inside of those by Radio Cairo, and then came Skimmer, and last of all, as they come to the turn now, is St Kentigern. The leader is La Baraka. She's doing it nicely, a length and a half in front at the 600, and second placing Grego. Third around the extreme outside, Request is running on. The stablemate Absurd back nearer the inside, Morfett Road between them at Butt niggled at, and they came Skimmer, followed further back by St Kentigern, and last of all with it was Radio Cairo. La Baraka doing it nicely. Coming after is Request. They've gone to the centre. Further back is Grego. Morfett Road under the whip is struggling. He's got his head to the side, but La Baraka's travelling well. She's nicely clear with 150 to go. Trying hard, Morfett Road down the outside, and still there is Request. La Baraka in front though. The filly's getting a bit weary, but she's done a serviceable job, and she's 1.5. Second placing Morfett Road. Third placing Request, followed by Skimmer late. With it too was St Kentigern getting home nicely, followed by Grego, Radio Cairo, and last of all was Absurd. Beautifully bred filly, and she was kept for this race. They held her back until today, and she's taken the Group 3 spoils to give her young sire Euclase a lovely black type winner. La Baraka out of a mare who is just of the bluest of blue blood, Triscay, a beautifully bred mare by Masqué. She was a grand race performer, and I know that the White family, Jeff and Beryl in New South Wales, would get enormous pleasure out of this win today, and so too will Peter Hayes. Simon Price, the rider, and is raced by Mr. and Mrs. B.S. Donay, GJ and Mrs. B.S. Donay. Number 9, La Baraka first. Number 1, Morfett Road. He was never comfortable by Bellotto from the Century Mare Pebbly Lane. Stephen Arnold for Ken Sweeney. And number 8, Requests by Procol Harum from Play My Tune. Darren Gauci for John Hawkes. The winner by Hugh Clays, who was a brilliant performer, coming here to Adelaide and showing his very, very best. And he stays here as one of the resident stallions at Lindsay Park. 918, and the judge has called for a print for 4th and 5th after the National Stakes. Their official 918 with a print required for 4th and 5th. The formerly unraced La Baraka showing scintillating speed and claiming Group 3 status with her first race start.
Yes, a terrific performance. Thanks for that, Ron. Perhaps the next event there at Morphettville is the listed Robert A. Lee Stakes Equality Handicap over 1,600 metres. That's La Baraka winning the 3rd event. So we move on to Caloundra now. Race number 4 is over 1,600 metres. And Pangulu remains the favourite here at $2.20. Yarley Gold's at $9.20. Basie's Brother $4.30. Akabono $6.50. 11 Bocara, 14 Stormy Jim, and Princess Cara at $13. Pangulu the favourite, and they should be moving in soon. Pool is strong, 130,000. Now Belmont Divvies on race 1. Fury Princess number 2, 450, 190. By a narrow margin over our Mustang Sally 420 and Medal Lover, 670 for the place, 40.50 Quinella, Exacta $99.60 and the trifecta $858. Correct weight on the first, Perth on 214 and 11. Now moving in at Morphettville for race 4, here's Ron.
Now down here at the start, riding on Akibono, Yarley Gold, and also Basie's Brother. Now Stormy Jim has gone in. Coming up now is Basie's Brother. Basie's Brother going in. Basie's Brother is set now, and here's Yarley Gold going up with Bocara, Akibono, and the favourite away from the line is Pingulu, and the Victorian mare Princess Cara. Now Bocara coming up, getting ready here for the Robert Lee Stakes. Oliver about to bring Pingulu up to the position here. Akibono goes in. Pingulu about to get ready here with Princess Cara. Pingulu goes in. Princess Cara, the last to complete the line, and they'll be set to run. Now the mare's gone in. Princess Cara set. Set to go now. The light flashes. Racing in the 4th now, down on the inside, Stormy Jim began okay. Basie's Brother got a bit of a check and dropped out to the back, and Bocara out running. Landed in front now from going up on the outside. Princess Cara, Akibono went back 3rd, a length and a half further back 4th, earliest Pingulu. Stormy Jim over on the inside, 5th one to Yarley Gold, and Basie's Brother on the outside of it. Princess Cara going around the outside, takes up the running on the side of the 1200 now, about 2 lengths in front of Bocara, 2 to Akibono. Pingulu away from the fence, running 4th, and they're followed by Basie's Brother, who's gone up 5th, 3 out. A half length for the back, Stormy Jim, and 1.5 last of all, Yarley Gold. 1,000 to go. Princess Cara down the side, 2 lengths in front now from Bocara 2nd. A half to Akibono 3rd, Pingulu a neck away 4th, and out about 3 or 4 away from the inside. They're followed by Basie's Brother, who's tracking up outside it. Over on the inside, Stormy Jim at a half length. Last of all at the 800 metre mark is Yarley Gold. Princess Cara coming off the back straight, 2 in front of Akibono. On the inside there is Bocara, and Pingulu is up on the outside 4th. A length for the back, Basie's Brother, 1 for the back, Stormy Jim. Yarley Gold last of all, 600 to go, and Princess Cara nearly a length in front of Akibono, and angling at them on the outside is Pingulu when they come to the home turn. Bocara's going to cut the corner back just behind those. They turn for home, and they're across the track. Bocara got up on the inside. Pingulu and Basie's Brother come at it quickly with Akibono in the middle. In the straight, 350 out. Pingulu reached the front from Basie's Brother on the outside. They're a length in front of Bocara, Akibono, and a good gap in the race, Stormy Jim. It's on the inside, Pingulu and Basie's Brother, stride for stride, Pingulu and Basie's Brother. Basie's Brother's got a set in front, Pingulu coming back. Pingulu, Basie's Brother. Basie's Brother wanted a short head to Pingulu, 3 lengths away 3rd. Close, Akibono or Bocara. A gap on the race, Stormy Jim, followed by Princess Cara, and last of all is Yarley Gold. Basie's Brother just sticking its head out near the line. And has outstayed Pengulu down to the post in race number 4. And the judge will call on the photo. It's a photo here to rest between Basie's Brother and Pengulu, and it's pretty tight for third also. After the running of race number 4 today, but Basie's Brother number 3 is a little bit too strong for them. Seemed to get a check coming out of the gates, settled back. Came around the field and laid it right down to Pengulu with a 3.5 kilo advantage, and number 3 goes in the frame. Number 3. Number 1 is second, Pengulu. And number 4 is third, Akibono. 3, 1 and 4. 3, 1 and 4. Basie's Brother, Dwayne Dunn. Scoring in the photo over Pengulu, Damien Oliver, and the third, number 4, Akibono, just in front of Bocara, number 5. 3, 1 and 4 to race number 4 today. Raced at pretty tight quarters over the last 250 metres. There wasn't very little actually between them up alongside each other. And they had a real slug to the post with Basie's Brother just sticking its head out and winning it about a short head on the post. Just having a look at the replay again, head on. Basie's Brother's been outside Pengulu. They were a good 4 or 5 away from the fence when they straightened. Dunn was the first one to go for the whip, and he got a good head in front. And then Oliver called on his, the big grey horse, and he started to come back. Just having a look to see if they'd made any contact. No, not really. No. Okay, it's a head by 3 3/4 and a short head to the 4th horse. And the race time is 1:39.02, 1:39.02. The last 636.81. And it's a head by 3 3/4. Thank you. Right. Here's the winner returning, and that is Basie's Brother, who's by Francis Bacon from Aussie Wonder, raced by A. Rutter, B. Nash, G. Millward, Dr. G. Bates, TW and Miss R.J. Farray, prepared by Darryl Dodson at Tilapia Downs and ridden by Dwayne Dunn. And scores in a photo finish today on the Robert Lee from Pengulu, number 1, Damien Oliver, and 3 3/4 away third is Akibono, number 4, ridden by Alf Matthews. 3, 1 and 4, 3, 1, 4 to race 4, ahead by 3 3/4, 1:39.02 is the time, and the last 636.81. Tote dividends here. The winner, number 3, is $3.70 and $2, and that's Basie's Brother. Pengulu 160, and there's no third for Akibono. $3.70 and $2, 160, no third. The Quinella 420 Quinella, and the trifecta 34.70. 314 is $34.70.
OK, Brian, thanks for that. That was Brian Martin with the broadcast of that race. Brian from Sport 927 in Victoria. I know he's a regular at the Adelaide Cup Carnival. I know Brian was there last year when French Resort got the money, and he's made an appearance today. 314 at Morfettville on the 4th race. And the next there is the Liz Davenport Quality, another listed race. Flemington race 5, 3 Bowlock, $7.30, and it's the Liz Davenport Classic Quality over 1,050 metres. Red Hope at $3.40, 15 per my, 5.80 Billy Dazzler, $16 for Caloray here. First up from a Substance has been going well, but this is a bit of a jump in class for Substance. $9.10 going for the hat trick. Convent Girl $6.90, Elegant Lass $5.30, 14 for Just a Comedy, 42 Polite Society, Roman Halo at $68, and Bronze Roulette there at $33 for the 5th event at Morfettville. And they are moving in. Yes, we had Brian Martin with the call of the previous there at Morfettville. Ron, he's a bit of a regular over there, Adelaide Cup time, Brian Martin.
Yes, of course, Brian started his calling here in South Australia. He got his first opportunity here. He worked here for a couple of years in the old 5DN, which covered racing many years ago. And Brian, of course, now the top caller in Melbourne, and certainly rating as one of the top callers in Australia today. And it's nice to catch up with him. Now, these runners are coming up. Bronze Roulette goes forward. What is happening here on Cup Day, it rekindles old memories, fond memories, when the flat or the centre course area, the flat as most of us knew it, was a hive of activity. Boy, you want to see it today. It'll bring back memories of some oldies. Hookie's doing a roaring trade, and so too is the tote out there. Good to see. Takes you back a few years. Now, these runners are just about set for the Liz Davenport Classic. Can Red Hope make it back-to-back wins in this feature race? He's got a big weight in 58.5, but he's got a big heart. And he's got a big occasion race rider in the saddle. And that, of course, is Shane Dye. Just trotting him around over there at the moment. I think they may have given him a gear adjustment. And Shane allowing an attendant to lead the horse up. And the pair go into the stalls. There is a warning siren sounding at Flemington. There may be a protest there, but for now they're just about set for the Liz Davenport Classic. And a special good afternoon to all those ladies enjoying the luncheon in the specially allocated Liz Davenport marquee here on course today, and to all the other corporate marquees. Great atmosphere, great track set, racing in the Liz Davenport too, and one of the best away was the toppy Red Hope. Roman Halo came out running with it, and then close handy to those as they settle is Substance from Permay. They were followed back behind those. Then Caloray's now going up to third from Permay. They were followed by Billy Dazzler. Then Substance back along the inside as Bronze Roulette, and then came over on the outside Elegant Lassen. Going through on the inside as Convent Girl, and Just a Comedy is back there with those, and so was Polite Society. Around the turn at the 600-metre mark now, a line of three, and Caloray's fresh back from racing. A racing break is one of the leaders. Over on his outside, Red Hope, and out deeper on the track, Roman Halo. They were followed in that line of three just behind them by Billy Dazzler, who's after them. Permay was next, followed then by Substance. Easing back to nearer the inside is Bronze Roulette, but Shane Dye has kicked Red Hope to the lead. Inside the 200, he got a length and a half clear. Right down the outside, Elegant Lasses starting to fly, but look at Red Hope go. This lovely chestnut Red Hope just hands and heels by Dye, and Red Hope's got home and won it easily. A length and a half. Second, Elegant Hope. Third, Tight. Got a line of three there. Substance late with Just a Comedy, and hanging on Caloray's. Leave that to the judge. Bronze Roulette not far away. Roman Halo. Further back, Billy Dazzler. Permay. They were followed further back by Polite Society, and knocking up was a Convent Girl, who was about last in the Liz Davenport Classic, and the crowd to a man cheering the favourite and Shane Dye home here, Red Hope, and he got out to good odds. Number one, Red Hope, a 7-year-old chestnut horse by one of the toughest old campaigners of a few years gone by, Keepers, out of a Red God mare, Really a Goddess, raced by Neville Zimmerman, trained by Mark Kavanagh, who would have been delighted with the bit of rain that fell yesterday, and Shane Dye repeating the dose as he did last year in this very same race. Number one, Red Hope, has taken the prize by about a length. Second to number 7, Elegant Lass, who stormed home late as she customarily does, by Jugar from the Demas mare Demple Plains. Greg Hall for Lee Friedman. At number 5, Substance has got third by Scenic from Throw the Gauntlet, a Mighty Kingdom mare. Joe Bowditch riding for Bill Papazorodakis, or as someone said to me the other day, Billy Alphabet. And I know Bill can take a bit of fun, but it's a tough one to get the name around. But still, he's in the money again. He's done a wonderful job with Substance since training this horse. 2 wins and now a very solid third here today. Winner got home by about a length. Number 4 was fourth, Caloray's by Kalis from Prendita, a Prendeo mare, an Argentinian mare. Roy Mackay riding for Darrell Stone. The winning margin is officially a length, 2 1/4, and then a length to fourth. The time was 102.70, 102.70, and the last 600 in 35.16, which, under the conditions here with the track bordering on slow, made it very difficult for horses to pick that leader up when he kicked clear. To the credit of Elegant Lass, she certainly charged home hard. She tried her heart out, but the toppy, with his big weight of 58.5, and Shane Dye just too good on the day by a length, 175.
Yes, a 7-year-old, but racing in terrific form, isn't he, Red Hope? The next race there at Morphettville's a Group 2, the Angus Brute, over 1,200, a $100,000 race. What a fantastic lineup. Flavours there, Armadale, Catena, Blazing Reality, Torleader. I wonder if punters are going to give Shorish another chance and send him out favourite again after his disappointing run last start in Adelaide. Greg Hall has been engaged today to ride Shorish. Gavin Eads has been riding most of the time, but Shorish from the Cummings stable was being set for the Goodwood handicap. He just didn't do enough to get into the race, Shorish. But anyway, we'll see what happens in the next race. He probably will start one of the favourites, but gee, he was disappointing last start. Caloundra, race number 6, and they are arriving at the stalls. Catena at $4, Blazing Reality at $4.20, and Shorish, the Cummings 3-year-old, $8.80. They look to be the main ones. Or Apple Danish, which is trained by Bart's son Anthony, at $7.80 for, and that's Rod Gallegos' late mail. 282,000. Big pool here. Morphettville's the main meeting today, and it's time to cross to Ron Paps.
Thank you, Matthew. They're coming forward here for the Angus Brute. which has become part of racing tradition here in South Australia, one of the most prestigious sprinting races, certainly for the 3-year-olds. It is the 3-year-old race, and they've just about loaded them up. The winning trainer will take his seat, or her seat, if that's the case, in the weighing chair and receive the equivalent weight in magnificent Yalumba Champagne. If he's a lightweight, I'll deputise. They're just about set. The Angus Brut. Stand by for a start. Group 2 level. The Living Health Adelaide Cup follows this. But this is a very, very special race in its own right. And they're on their way now, and Suresh jumped only fairly. One of the best away was Beige Hunk. Lithium jumped okay, and going through the field is Katana from Katrina. Blazing Reality right up with the speed. So was Toledo lazing about, and on the inside of those was Golden Finale. They were followed close handy to those then as they start to sort themselves out by Apple Danish, and further back Flavour, followed by Suresh second last. And last of all is Armadale. 800 metres to race now, and Toledo got through the pack to take up the leader. Half 3/4 in front now. In second place in Katana, lazing about, and Beige Hunk wide. Blazing Reality between them, and on the inside Golden Finale from Lithium starting to work into it, and then Katrina followed further back by Apple Danish, and between horses there was Flavour, 2 lengths to Suresh, and 2 and 3 away. Last of all is Armadale rounding the turn. They're all away from the rail. That's the pattern, and it's Toledo going okay from Katana the outside. Blazing Reality will switch inside of that pair. Wider out Beige Hunk is still there. Lithium under the whip is responding. Katana is out after Blazing Reality is zipped through to go to the front. It's Blazing Reality inside the 200 from Katana, and Beige Hunk down the outside. Getting home late is Apple Danish, but Blazing Reality is blazing home. Blazing Reality does it for Lentrelaw. Flashing second, 3/4 away or a half away was Flavour. Third Apple Danish, fourth Katana. Beige Hunk a big run. Toledo next. Lithium followed further back behind those by Katrina. They were followed back behind those. Then came lazing about from Suresh, further back to Golden Finale, and the last one in was Armadale in the Angus Brut of 1997. Number 4, Blazing Reality, ridden by Damien Oliver, who's punched home a double here today. Went under in a protest, or a failed protest, when a narrow second on Pengulu. It may well have been 3. But he's kicked up with a double anyway on this 3-year-old bay colt by Blazing Sword from Rough Reality, a River Rough mare. Raced by G. Granger in Waters, K. Knight, C. Crookshank and Mrs. V. Smith. Trained by the South Australian trainer Len Treloar. Now based at Cranbourne in Victoria, doing a very good job with his team, ridden by Damien Oliver. So Len will take the honour, just as a fellow Cranbourne trainer did a few years ago in Colin Alderson, of taking his place in the weighing chair, and he will receive as his trophy, part of the trophy and prize money, of course, his weight equal in Yalumba Champagne. And there'll be a fair bit of it, because Len's a fairly big sort of a fellow. Number 1, second Flavour, dived home late by Rubiton from Ice Cream Sunday, a sovereign red mare. Darren Gauci for John Hawkes. And number 11, Apple Danish, a Bonnie filly by Dane Hill from the Thatching Mare Classic style. Michael Carson for Anthony Cummings has weighed in third. 4, 1, 11. Number 3 was fourth, Katana, and number 9 was fifth, and that was Beige Hunk. The winner got home by a half length. A length and a quarter and 3/4. A half by 1 1/4, 3/4. They've run the time of 1:11.64. The last 635.76 on this slow ground here at Morphettville today. Slow, but it's presented a pretty good surface, really. Very, very safe surface. They're hardly marking it. Maybe around the home 10 is the only obvious place where you can see them getting into the divots, but it has really held up well after that rain yesterday, and a tremendous crowd here, wonderful atmosphere. And so the 1997 Angus Brut goes to Victoria, and the stables of Len Treloar giving him yet another big race win. He's done a wonderful job since he left South Australia and set himself up in Victoria, and well, this would rate with one of his better wins. Blazing Reality winning the Group 2 Angus Brut.
Was a terrific performance, but what about the ride? Beautifully ridden by Damien Oliver there, and the horse that wins that race usually goes on to bigger and better things. I mean, Never Under Charge won that race. Sword, Euclays won it. Vitalik won it. So there's been some pretty handy horses win the Angus Brut Classic at Morphettville. That could be another one in the making. Blazing Reality, a terrific performance, but a beautiful ride by D. Oliver, who'll be riding Dark Czar in the Cup, which is next there, the Adelaide Cup. A $278,000 race at Group 1 level and a full field lining up of 14 runners. More than likely the early favourite will be Cronus, the New Zealander, having his second start in Australia, to be ridden by that man, R.S. Dye. Caloundra, they're at the gates for race 7, this Class 1 over 1,000, 280 for Biggs.